Aye. Opposed? That's carried. Righty-ho, so we'll launch back into item 29, the MCR on the Heathcote Expressway. So I'd like to invite staff to open it up with some discussion for us, please.
Good morning, councillors. So I had a little speech prepared last night, and about an hour and a half ago we got an email from KiwiRail that probably changes the nature of the discussion somewhat. So I'll just read that out to you. Regarding the requested date affecting the cycleway at Scrottons Road, KiwiRail would seek to continue in discussions about this with Christchurch City Council and hence move this date to a later to be confirmed date. That is the extent of the information we've had at this time. So we have no idea whether that date is a week, a month, a year, a decade. So that's as much information as I can give you at this time. My sense reading back through the report that we got you last night is that I believe everything still stands. The reasons for the recommendation we put forward were about the risk of KiwiRail closing the level crossing and the knock-on impacts of that. And Resolution 4 specifically notes that staff will reopen the cycleway should KiwiRail rescind its request for immediate closure until permanent works are completed. So I believe that the staff recommendation and resolution still stand and that we would use provision 4 to keep the cycleway open.
Well, we're going to have to change these resolutions now, aren't we? Because we're not approving a temporary closure.
We might. If I could say, because we don't know how long that postponement is, it may be that we do have to, as Jacob said, if it's a week, then we may have to go forward with a temporary closure.
Yes, but that we can address that at the time. I don't think we need to have that in the resolution today. I don't think that's a decision that we're making today. So now it's changed. KiwiRail are not instructing us to close it. So I think we can receive the information.
Through the chair.
Yep.
Can I correct that? KiwiRail are still instructing us to close it. They have just given us a stay of execution, if you like, on the date. The instruction to close still stands unless there are improvements made to the crossing, and hence, as staff, we still think these the resolutions and the recommendations in this report stand because we need to be able to act with KiwiRail.
So that I know you've got a question, Councillor Templeton, but my question is, have KiwiRail actually instructed us to close it, or have they left that option to us? Because that seems to be a matter of unclarity between elected members here. Some are saying we've been instructed, some are saying no, KiwiRail have told us it's our choice. Let me clarify that.
Can I read, again, we'll read the same thing we read the other day, but this comes directly from the letter from KiwiRail, which we received on the 30th of September. KiwiRail is requesting that the cycleway be closed by the 15th of November 2024. If council are unwilling to take this action, then KiwiRail will be put in a position where further options will need to be assessed to ensure safety at the level crossing for users. This could include closure of the level crossing if there is no suitable alternative that achieves the required standard of safety. So, as a request, I think it's a fairly firm request.
Yeah, it's a request, and then saying if we don't, then blah, blah, but there's not any kind of legal recourse or anything like that involved.
So sweet.
Those are matters that we would have to discuss in PX, the legal recourse.
Right, but anyway, I don't think we need to do that now because at the moment we've been given some extra time. So I'll go to Councillor Templeton's question.
Yeah, firstly, I was just wondering if someone could forward us through that wording, just so we can actually just forward us the email. Just so I can see the wording.
The email from KiwiRail?
Yeah, just that wording.
We can send that at the conclusion of the meeting, yes.
Yeah. Can you just read it again?
So it says, regarding the requested date affecting the cycleway at Scrottons Road, KiwiRail would seek to continue in discussions about this with Christchurch City Council and hence move this date to a later to be confirmed date.
So they are not taking the date off the table.
They're not taking the request off the table.
No, they are not taking it off the table. And as we indicated, it could be and I have a meeting tomorrow with senior staff staff member at QRail. I don't know how we're talking about it, but I don't know whether that date's going to be a day, a week, a month
Yeah.
after Christmas. I don't know.
Yeah. So so I've got a proposed amendment which might now fit in better with what they're saying, and that was to defer the closure until either the end of the school year, so to allow the kids to bike to school safely at least till the end of the school year, or until the Kiwi Rail Board have had a chance to kind of reconsider and those kind of things, whichever is the later.
So Sarah, what about if we changed 3 to
And it is a number 3.
read, approve the temporary closure of part of the Heathcote Expressway should Kiwi Rail request this by giving us a date?
Well, the thing is that
Because if you go putting a date in your amendment, that could be an earlier date than what they are going to give us.
well, no, mine says whichever is the later. So
Yes, but I think that gives them an indication.
yeah, so it should. I think Katie's got it.
I think it gives them an indication that we'd be happy to close it by the end of the school year, which I don't think we
No.
have.
I mean,
It could be read that
the
way.
amendment, no, it says, keep it open till at least the end of the school year, or they've considered whichever is the later. So if they reconsider it and say, actually, no, we still want you to close it on the 1st of December, I think we should wait till the end of the school year, to get those kids to school
Okay,
safely.
Elizabeth.
If I may, through the chair, I think that if we can have a discussion in PX, it will help inform some of these resolutions that we're putting through.
Okay.
We just
All
do
right.
some public questions first then on the safety assessment.
So we'll just park your amendment for now. We've got Councillor Scandra.
Yeah, thank you. The wording is to work with staff. That's correct, and that latest information you've got. What did it say?
Discussions with City Council.
Yeah. No, I know that the Kiwi Rail obviously are a parent to themselves and decide dates, etc. But they have indicated that they want to work in that with us. So I don't think it'll be a week or a month. I think that will be in discussion with us. So I don't think there's going to be any surprises. So could we actually leave this on the table? Why not? Because at the moment there's going to be no closure. So
The problem is if they come back mid-December, then we've got no council meeting to make a different decision.
well,
That's
but,
all right.
but we're missing. I think we're missing the point. They want to work with our staff. So if they came back and said, "Oh, we want to come back December," our staff could turn around and say, "Well, no, you can't because we've got to run this by council, and then the next council meeting is in, January, February, whatever." So that would be so with your meeting with senior management of Kiwi Rail, can that be indicated that the from our side of things, the last council meeting, I think is 12th December. So therefore, there would not be another decision from our side of things until the new year.
Yeah, well, look, I actually really support that idea, but right now I think we should take staff advice and go into PX, get your advice, your take on the information that we've got. Then we'll reconvene and we'll have further discussion. So I'll move that we go into PX, seconded by Kelly Barber. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Opposed, that's carried.